What's going on, guys? It's me, Cam, back here with another video. Marathon launched, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty addicted to it. This game has me by the balls. It's a lot of fun. I think it's because it has a lot of depth to it. And I'm gonna cover a couple things. I got a couple things I want to talk about. A couple things I'd like to see in the game. A couple reasons I think I like the game. All that jazz. Alright, before we get into this video, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I do primarily all of my streaming over on Twitch. It does come over to YouTube, but most of my stuff is done on Twitch. I'm trying to really build my community over there and push my way to get more viewers and followers in order to grow the community in the Discord. So if you want to help show some love, go over there, just give me a follow, maybe give me a sub, hang out in the chat, talk to some of the other people that come and watch. Just all around, have a good time, have some fun. So hope to see you over there. Now back to the video. Alright guys, so let's talk about the depth of this game, right? So I'm not even going to go into the lore aspects because I'm be honest, like I haven't been paying much attention to lore other than the priority contracts that you do, which leads a little to the story, especially the Mida one, it seems, where you learn more about the UESC and what they're like trying to cover up or what they did there. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm sure if you want to find more about the lore, go look up a lore guy on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find all their stuff. The depth that I'm talking about is how the gun mods interact with the guns. Like, all the guns in the game are grays. What makes them special is the gun mods that you find, like golds, purples, all that. Also, the more you level up your factions, your vendors, the more you can trade for good shit. So, how to do so is once you level it up, you'll see that, oh, I can barter for, I can get a legendary, it's called a legendary, it's called something else, a purple gun from Charter and Arachne. How do I do that? I have to have these items to barter. So then you go look where those items are, then you go in on runs and be like, oh, this is how you know what to pick up, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know what's good, I don't know what I'm supposed to pick up when I do this. This is how you learn. You go in, see what you need, and then you be like, oh, hey, fuck, I need that unstable gel for this quest at Charter. Another reason I think this game has a lot of people by the balls is this game is gambling the video game. You go into the game and you're like, huh, do I want to bet all my good shit here? Or do I want to run a free kit and probably get whatever I get better? The problem is free kits are really, really hard, especially if you use a fuck-ass gun like this overrun AR that I'm showing right here on the screen. This gun fucking sucks. Fuck this thing. But anyway, I digress. When you go into these raids, if you go in with your good shit, there's always a chance you're going to lose it. But you're incentivized to do so because at the end of the season, you wipe anyway. So a lot of people might never get purple guns. Hell, they might not even get a gold gun because it's just the nature of the beast of this game. So you might as well use your good shit and possibly get better shit and then exfil. It's gambling 101. It's pretty addicting. I mean, I'm sure it exposes whoever is into that, but I think it's very fun. Let's talk about the maps too. The maps, perimeter, beginner map, teaches the basics of the game. Very easy to understand the map flow. There's always going to be like 5 teams there, so you just got to go take another team out. Then it's a process of elimination of, oh, I just saw that team exfil. Oh, I just heard another team get clapped. And then you can just do PvE from there. There's a couple good PvE events, but none of them are too challenging as far as the other maps go. Or Dire Marsh. That Dire Marsh, the PvP's sweaty. The map is cracked and tries to kill you. And then the events are extremely hard and drop some really, really tough guys on you, tough bosses. But the loot is so good. And I don't even want to say anything about Outpost. I've played on Outpost enough to know, like, oh shit, this is good as fuck. Because it's basically a Destiny 2 raid. It is very, very fun to play. You definitely can't go in there with a free kit and expect to do well. It is one of those maps where you are going to have to go in and be like, I need all my good shit on me. And it's a gamble. And I think that's what makes it so exhilarating and fun to do. Lastly, I want to talk about, well, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know the lore. So, the mysteries, there's an event going on right now. I know Raffle Waffles, Milo, is kind of taking charge on it. There's something about the terminals. I heard Durandal by accident the other day. There's something going on. It's helping us unlock Cryo. So, if you know any other information on that, feel free to post in the Discord or anything like that. I would love to see it. So that'd be really good. Now let's talk about some cons. I already mentioned the fuck-ass gun that is the Overrun AR. But this is also stuff I'd like to see in the game now that we're like a week in. And there's we're a solid week in, especially coming off the server slam. I think a couple things that I'd like to see is a shooting range, for one. A shooting range would be so huge because you get a new gun, you get a new core, and you just want to go play with it, and then you get fucking clapped because you get a shitty spawn, which is a thing in this game. There are shitty spawns. I had one game of Dire Marsh where I spawned in, killed a guy, and started running to like the closest POI, and there's 5 dudes there. I ended up killing like 3, and the other dude killed me and the other one. Like, it's just, the spawns could be a little bit better, but that's fine. But I think we need a shooting range to help us learn like what's effective, what hits hard, like with numbers. Like, I know it took a while for them to give it to us in Destiny. I do think they need to give it to us in Marathon sooner rather than later, but we'll see what they do. I know they already mentioned that they're trying to get duo queues involved, and I think that is a tremendous idea because finding 3 can sometimes be a little rough. If you got 2 dudes, like I have had to low man a lot with just 2 of us going into a trio, but I do think them getting that into the game would be very, very beneficial. The last thing I really want to talk about is, for a game like this that's very PvP focused and has all this depth of like all these different UESC bosses, all these different guns, all these different shells, all these different events, all the different guns, all the different grenades, I think we need some. It's crazy to me that in the UI, which I know a lot of people don't like the UI, I personally don't mind it, but in the UI and in the game right now, currently, and I could be wrong, this could all be shipping with comp or ranked mode, whatever it is, but there's no form of like progress tracker or stat tracker. Like, oh yeah, I not gonna lie, I do like KD. I want to see my KD in this game against runners, or just in I don't know how they would do it, whether it's with runners or like per exfil, whatever. I want some kind of KD, maybe eliminations on players, and you need to separate the two maybe between down, because if you down a runner but you're not the one that finishes him and kills him, you actually don't get the kill credit, the other person does. Which, I mean, we should probably separate that out just so, because, you know, in my opinion, I think downs are a little more important in that situation, because like you did all the work, and then your recon, you sent your recon over there to finish him. You didn't really kill him, but you know, is what it is. No amount of times you get exfil, peak average amount of money you exfil with, like a peak and an average, that's huge. Like, are you going in there and being a loot goblin and grabbing shit, or are you like camping exfils, like that kind of stuff? Event completions. So are you actually doing the hard shit on the maps? Are you doing the lockdown on Dire Marsh? Are you killing zone wardens? Are you doing the the outpost pinwheel vault? Are you actually doing that event, or are you just like staying on the outskirts and getting good loot? Individual UESC combatant limbs. So like, you know, we don't really care about the fucking dregs or whatever they're fucking called, the fucking recruits. But like, how often do you beat the fuck out of big purple boys? How often do you run into a gold boss? Like that kind of stuff. Like, how many times have you killed them? Like, let's show some stats on that. Shell stats. How often are you on each shell? How many exfils up per shell? What is your efficiency with these different shells in the game? I think they have a gold mine of possible stats they could put out, and that's just not in the game right now, and I would really, really, really like to see it. But I guess we'll see when we get there. I think this game is showing a lot of potential. I think a lot of people are still hesitant until at least Cryo comes out, because if you look at like Steam chart, I've heard console is doing a lot better than people thought. So, but obviously there's no way to actually validate that because there's no numbers to put up on the back burner there. But I've been having so much fun playing it. Getting a consistent 3s team is kind of hard. So if you've actually made it this far in the video, there will be a Discord plug at the end. If you want to join the Discord and possibly play, by all means, please do. I'm looking for people to get ready for Cryo, because right now all my friends are playing, but they're all on the catch up. So like we're still running priority contracts all the time. So I got to go back and help them do that. So feel free to join the Discord, especially if you really like this game, man. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff out here about it. I think it's a very good game. I'm hoping the Steam charts show like there's been it's been a steady player base, but it's like also kind of declining. But again, I think it's because a lot of people hit the game really hard. I mean, fuck, I think the Fizzle hit level 100. I know he's probably world's first for that, but I think a lot of people are waiting to see what Cryo looks like. And I think from what people are talking about and the way people have been describing it, of how this feels, this feeling of the game, is it feels like Destiny 1 before Vault Glass came out. So I'm hoping they get this thing rolling. We will see when we get there. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I got a little plug for my Discord coming up right here, but hope to see you out there. Play Marathon. It's a lot of fun. GG's, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you like my content, please like and subscribe and press that bell next to subscribe to get notifications. Also, if you want to hear more from me or even interact with me and my friends or anyone who is interested in just PvP in general, feel free to join my Discord. The link is in the description below. Just join the community, see what you like. You can find other people that like PvP as well. You can have people to play with. It's a great way to make friends and expand yourself into other games and just enjoy. So feel free to join. Description below. Hope to see you guys out there, and GG's, fellas. Till the next one.